Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to 5 Beans, your go-to source for personal development and insightful conversations. Today, we are exploring the power of gratitude and its transformative effects on our lives. I'm Pranav Bhardwaj, and I'm thrilled to have Dr. Kamal Gulati here with us, a gratitude enthusiast and an expert. Welcome, sir. Can you
Thank
introduce
you,
yourself?
Well, surely I am Dr. Kamal. I'm working as an associate professor with Amity School of Insurance Banking Insurance Science, Amity University, Noida, and I'm there for 14 years plus, and I'm taking care for IT courses in terms of insurance, banking, insurance science. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll go ahead with the questions. How can gratitude help students academically and emotionally?
Okay. Gratitude. Gratitude, if we say, it's a Latin word. Very basic kind of things that we say that. It says that to please and to be thankful. Thankful. That's a general, nature of gratitude. If we talk about academics, the performance, it should be having the positive in terms of mindset so that my stress can be go less. And if we talk about more into that thing like how a person or a student is getting a gratitude, the stress should be go less. Let me talk about something interesting example from your the play school till your the UG program or PG program, you must be getting gratitude from your parents, from the faculty members, from your teachers in terms of some different thing. You do some examination, you do something active part. I think we always a please and a thankful and motivate so that you can be do well in your life.
Yes. That was a really great explanation, sir. What are the effects of gratitude on student-teacher relationships?
Okay. The most important these days between a teacher and a student would be the communication as well as the trust. I will say that it's to learn more and more. As I always say to my students, I'm not here to give you something what I'm having. Maybe I'll be taking from you. There is no day has been left where we have not learned. And I think these days it's a full duplex, a communication. Full duplex is the IT word, which says that the communication will be a two-way.
Yes.
So I will say that if we having a effect on the student or a teacher or a teacher, it should be very I will not say that it should be very easy. A teacher should be very hard, very harsh also. He should give you lot of work, lot of assignment so that you can learn. Ultimately, the positive side would be on you rather than other thing. So I think the comedy and it should be on both the way.
Yes, sir. That's right. What strategies can student use to practice gratitude daily?
Very basic things from my the point of view. The most important for a student gratitude would be the communication. More he speak, more he write, more he express himself. That is a very important thing. Then I will say that like you should be always jot down your notes. In our IT world, let me talk about thing. My professor, still we know their names and still we honor them. Although we have done a very the backend language is never used, the COBOL and Pascal and Fox Pro. So that time, although we do have here it also, I don't know whether you know that funda or not, that we call it as a chit note. Chit note, have you heard?
No.
CHEAT, chit note. What do you call it in Hindi? Farra.
I
Okay.
haven't heard of it.
Farra, you understand?
Yeah, I've heard, but I don't really.
You don't know? Okay. Farra, really you don't know? It is something like that. During your examination, you make some slips and you take your examination to copy 2 points.
Yes.
to keep those points because your mind is always good. So in the same way, we have an IT world that is known as the cheat note. Cheat note.
Yes.
Obviously, you can always whatever the interest in terms of your any course,
Yes.
whether you must be having your e-commerce or a financial or a banking or insurance or IT. Let's say I have an interest in my Excel, so I can just write in the Google the cheat note Excel. So we'll be getting all the functions of the sentence which are used in a daily life. So like you asked me that what kind of a student should do a practice in the graduate degree. So he should be having a mindful, a positive experience. He should be able to do the communicate. He should be verbal kind of. He should engage himself.
Yes. How does gratitude create a positive learning environment?
Uh, I think I have already answered your question. Only one thing more I think add in how does the gratitude add in the positive. I will say that he should not only motivate himself, but he should be having a group to do the combined tasks. Let's say I believe so. You must be having lot of the projects
Yes.
or a presentation, or nowadays in technical we call it as a PSDA,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
The professional skill development activities. So if they are doing in a group, all they should be having equal a percentage, the collective a percentage to achieve that kind of a positive learning environment. So that kind of thing, and obviously the communication written kind of things,
Yes.
whatever the theoretical he has to do into a practical kind of thing, so that he should be a mind set and a peaceful, and he should learn more things.
Yes. How do you encourage students to express gratitude to peers and mentors?
Peers and mentors to express those things, I think by default every university, every school is having a one-to-one kind of the communication.
Yes.
These days, we are very much open to share the feedbacks. Like you having a right as a student, he's having a right to share a feedback. He's having open kind of things in terms of your whatever application based you are having, or we can also have in your mentor-mentee meeting.
Yes.
And not only saying, you should be able to express the gratitude in one-to-one kind of things or in a times of a group. And I think as a faculty, I will say that we should be open-minded to give the feedback so that they can improve and they can work on those kind of things where he has not achieved those goals.
So do you find this concept positive?
I think to share the feedback, to share what kind of lack of things a person is having, which is always important. He should not do those kind of error or mistakes
Yes.
in coming time when he have that kind of things again. He should be always. This will be a positive impact
Yes.
on both ways.
On both ways.
On both ways.
So do you think it demotivates the person? These things, do they demotivate the person? The reviews,
It depends upon person to person. If it is it has been mentioned in a fair kind of things. It should not be demotivate.
Yes.
But if actually he has done something wrong, where the people are not liking and they are giving negative feedback,
Yes.
which should not be able to adjust with that thing.
Yes.
So I think he should be able to work on that thing so that he should not get those kind of thing.
Yes, sir, that's right. Is there a link between gratitude and student resilience?
Emotionally, I will say that he should be able to cope certain kind of the challenges, and he should having a setback. He should be a stress free kind of things, and he should be able to promote a positive mindset. So I think we can always say that emotionally, he should be more strong to deal with those things.
So how can students show gratitude to themselves for their achievements?
Student should set one the target.
Yes.
You know, it's very difficult to ask them. If I ask from you, what are your the 5-year goals?
Yes.
What do you think after a 5 year? You know, it will be very difficult to answer
Yes.
because you have never thought that this question can be come. You know, so student should always set, you know, a timeline.
Yes.
You know, I can say he should always set the milestone that after 1 year where I need to achieve, after 2 years where I have to go, after 5 years where I have to go, so that, you know, he can be practicing self-care.
Yes.
Not only that, he can motivate his thing in terms of his the personal goal, and he can recognize his strength, the weaknesses, and what kind of an abilities that he can able to achieve.
So, I would ask a personal question if
Yeah,
that's
please.
okay.
Mhm.
So, how did you, as a student, did you show yourself gratitude? How did you do these things when you were a student?
It's very difficult to answer because, you know, that time, you know, in the school time you're asking, right?
Yes, sir.
That time, frankly speaking, nowadays if we see the youth is becoming more strong,
Yes.
because more independent and more kind of the challenge also there, I think.
Yes, sir.
You know, if we compare that, we have never thought, you know, that those kind of things, that what you are, you know, feeling and those kind of experience you will be having. Our gap is, you know, you have become more, you know, earlier 20 years and we
Yes.
took around 20 years to reach to that thing.
Yes.
So for us, you know, we were happy whatever we are having. Our, you know, our thinking power was not so much good what you are having those things, because of open kind of an environment.
Yes.
And we were into a very close kind of a gap. Right now you're very open,
Yes, sir.
you know,
You were in a closed environment.
close environment.
Yes.
Earlier you know, that time the world was not so open.
Yes.
You know, nowadays if we say that a person has gone to States
Yes.
or a person has gone to Noida, moreover same thing only. That doesn't mean it's a bigger thing in the scene.
Yes, sir.
Because the things have become so easier. So again, you know, that time we were not, our mindset was not so much open.
Yes.
But nowadays if we see that, you know, things have been changed drastically, so many things have been changed.
Yes. How does fostering gratitude on campus affect student engagement?
I will say that, you know, peer to peer,
Yes.
you know, student engagement, like we need to engage the student. I will say that nowadays, a campus,
Yes.
university, a college, rather than what is being given in the program or a course, a practical environment should be there. You know, a student should get a chance to link whatever has been mentioned in my course content, whether they are able to link into a practical things or not. You know, you must be knowing that every program,
Yes, sir.
you know, having a courses, and courses having a student learning outcome
Yes.
or a program learning outcome. So whatever the courses you have learned during 6 months of time, let's say your course was a 3 credit or a 4 credit,
Yes.
what kind of a learning outcome you have got,
Yes.
how you will basically use into your the practical life.
Okay.
You know, that kind of an linkage between student and those kind of things should be happening.
Yes, so like it should be more practical. Like
More-
what they're learning, they should
more-
do it.
more
Like,
practical.
They should practically
more
do that.
more practically, and they should be able to do in that thing. And that's why I think if we see the course curriculum by
Yes.
NEP 2020, they have added that, you know, 40% should be a practical engagement we should have. They should be an industry expert once they join any company, rather than the industry should give a training.
Okay, sir. What role does gratitude play in promoting inclusivity among students?
If we see a student who joins a course in a class, where the class is having a group of 40 students, 50 students, 60 students, 120 students, they can be having a more than one batch also, a section wise. So, culture may be different. A student belongs to a different,
Yes.
background. Socially, they can have, they can identify the groups. In that, they will also know that what is good, what is bad, and again, they will be having lot of diversification of the things that they do, in which they will be having, they will be learning something new, things among themselves. Yeah.
How can educational institutions integrate gratitude into their curriculum for student development?
Well, I will say that the thing that you are doing right now,
Yes.
one program, one course, sorry,
Yes, sir.
which has been introduced, that is a happiness, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is a beautiful example.
Yes, sir.
I think you have never thought that you will be taking an interview or doing the podcast
No, sir.
during the BBA semester 2,
Yes.
right? You have not thought. That is one thing. I think second thing, you have not introduced with yoga. Are you having some yoga?
No.
So I think mindful games, they have been done then, and the third thing I will say that professional development.
Yes.
Like you are studying one set, you are having these kind of a certain courses that you're doing in a semester. Obviously, you are doing some you self-appraising kind of things.
Yes, sir.
Happiness kind of a work where you are trying to make your a YouTube channel which
Yes.
will be there forever in your entire life.
Yes.
Plus, you should also having some kind of the professional development. I think one student was doing that. He was having you only said right. You having a CAT classes.
Yes, sir.
Like you are trying to engage to a professional development.
Yes, sir.
Like after my UG program, where I will going to achieve.
Yes,
Or
I
where
have many developments.
many developments. So you will be getting a lot of other things. What you are not getting to your this thing.
Yes.
So he should be engaged with that, and obviously the extracurricular activities, whether it's a sports, drama, cultural, whether nowadays research, like I'm taking for research also. So if you are more into writing a research kind of a paper, that also we can do, or any other thing which can be helpful. In fact, I don't know whether you have been introduced to human value course this semester. No,
No, sir.
no. Maybe in the next third and fourth semester you will be having. So you are left with some yoga courses or human value courses that can help.
Yes, sir. Sir, so do you support the concept that if you're joining a course, if a student joins a course and he has multiple developments, do you think that will like multiple things to focus on? Will that help the person in the course? Like, should it be specified to one topic if that person is choosing finance? So it should all be about finance, or should it be segregated in different things? Do you agree with the concept?
I will be agreeing with the in the concept. If we see the graduate in the higher education level from a different country apart from India, I have seen in my life in 2016, 17 I was in the US. The different ages of student I was having. One was for 17 years, one was for 40 years, and one for 60 years. You can see 17 years and 60 year gap was there. They were very open kind of things, and you will not believe that a 60-year was a senior citizen, obviously, but he looks like a young, and he was from the medical the profession, joined for a graduate program to learn the computer. Because he's having interest in that, how the Python works, how the Java works, how the scripting works. If I want to develop my application, how the content would be there. Because nowadays everyone has become an independent kind of things.
Yes.
They don't want to depend upon others.
Yes.
To learn those things, I think very important. Like let's say if you learn how to cook food, cooking.
Yes.
So maybe you will be using to yourself, and you'll be happy that okay, I cook and I've eaten myself, or somebody wants to there. So I think different kind of things you should be able to, and it is a very open kind of environment which will lead to a healthy kind of things,
Yes.
and it will grow in terms of your a positive kind of
Yes,
things.
sir. It will help with the overall personality.
Yeah.
That's it, sir. Thank you so much. It was
Thank
a
you.
really insightful session. It really helped me understand gratitude in many ways from a really experienced individual. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.